Hello everyone, it is Ragarath and Firehose have released us another Techtonica update video, and this one is entitled Belt Riding Toggle Frame Rate Limiter Oh My. And it's all about Techtonica settings updates. It looks like we've got Joey today, so let's dive straight in and have a look and see what they have in store for us.
It's Joey from Firehose Games, and I'm here with another update for Techtonica. This week we're going to be talking about the settings changes that are coming in version 0.1.2, which, as Lauren shared last week, is still slated for late October, early November. But I have some bundle news for you. So we've actually partnered up with the Captain of Industry folks. That's another really great factory automation game. If you haven't played it yet, it is
not played that one. I'm going to have to give that one a go.
We're going to be bundling Techtonica and Captain of Industry together for 12% off on Steam. So just go to either of our Steam pages and shop for the bundle.
That looks quite interesting.
This is a complete set bundle too. So if you already own Techtonica or you already own Captain of Industry and you want to kind of get the other one, you can do that and still take advantage of the 12% discount for the game you're missing. So
yeah,
that's
definitely go for
the
that,
big
guys.
Bundle news. How long is it going to last? We don't know. These are super cool devs, and we've been chatting with them, and we kind of just decided to go, and see how it goes. And we'll either extend the bundle or kind of let the bundle die off. But for now,
I say keep it going. The old phrase of a rising tide lifts all boats is very apt here. Help each other out, devs.
Now we're just partnering up and giving it a shot. I don't know. If you like Captain of Industry or you like being parts of these communities, you should definitely hop over to their Discord. It is pretty great. But that's it for that bundle news. Let's get into what's coming to the new settings features at version 0.1.2. As always, I'm going to be looking down at my notes. Sorry, I don't know. What do you want from me? So let's start with settings changes, and these are the ones that are tied to video specifically. First, we're adding a full screen borderless windowed option to Techtonica. This is something that was requested by our community, but was also requested by
will be useful
players internally like
for
me. I actually have a dual screen setup. Lots of us do. Full screen borderless windows kind of just like it lets you more seamlessly move between the environments, the screens. So if Techtonica is on my right monitor, then on my left monitor, I can just move over more quickly, more seamlessly. In addition to that, this might just be an anecdotal me thing, but I find that when I use dedicated full screen games, they kind of take more memory than when I do full screen borderless windows. So I actually see like webcam hangs and stuff. If you've ever seen a stream with us and you've seen me kind of hanging on my webcam, it's because I'm in full screen and I have to switch to
I've now got visions of Joey being a monkey hanging from his webcam.
window in order to get it to work. When I'm in full screen borderless window, then that's not an issue. Anyway, that's kind of a me situation, but maybe it will apply to some of you if you're watching this now. The other thing that we're adding is frame rate limiting. So with VSync on, your frame rate is locked to your monitor's refresh rate. With VSync off, it's uncapped, unlimited.
Certainly don't need to be running
this frame rate limiter will make it so that
game.
you can set a custom frame rate regardless of what mode you're in. 30, 50, 60, higher. You can even set it to unlimited if that's what you want. You can set the frame rate limiter to unlimited. The reason why we're doing this, well, there's a few reasons. Some people don't like to see the frame rates go up and down as they play. They find that jarring. We get it. But also it's related to GPU utilization and performance. So we found that higher end GPUs actually run the game at over 60, 80 to 100. I think I run around 110 early game, and then as my factory scales up, obviously the frame rate starts to low down. But some people are reporting that yes, they have high GPU utilization. That's not a bad thing. We want to use all of your GPU. The problem is the temperature. So high utilization, fine, good, yes. The game should be using all of that VRAM available. High temperatures, bad. We don't want your GPUs to overheat. Give it a shot. It's actually helping for me too. It cuts down on some fan noise while I'm playing. And again, this is bound for version 0.1.2, so it's not here quite yet. We move to the in-game stuff. Smart snapping. We're introducing a toggle for this. I'm going to start with what the heck smart snapping is, what it looks like when you turn it off. So with smart snapping on, we'll use a miner, for instance. You get close to an ore vein and the miner automatically turns. With smart snapping off, you get close to an ore vein, nothing happens. You got to rotate it yourself. The smart snapping logic that we have in place kind of helps players build more quickly and efficiently when
Yeah,
they're
I
doing
kind
lots of
of like
machines all at once.
would like
It's
to turn it
something
off.
that's really
Sometimes it
nice,
can be
especially
hard
for
to. Yeah, sorry, you left Joey talking. But sometimes it can be hard to place like the drills, and you end up wasting more time because it doesn't fit in exactly where the game thinks it should fit in. So that's a good addition.
for games like ours when you're building from a first-person perspective. Uh, with smart snapping off, however, you've got a lot more freedom on how things roll. Why are we including this? Well, this is kind of a necessary thing for 0.2, the base building update. Walls, floors, whatever else we're giving you, we're not ready to talk quite.
Walls and floors confirmed. Sorry, Joe, you didn't get away with that one.
All about that stuff just yet, but we want you to have the ability to build more flexibly. There will be a logic system in place if you have smart snapping on and base build when the base building update comes out. It will kind of follow our logic.
Can't wait for base building.
And you can sort of build more quickly based on the ways that we've predicted you will want to build. But with smart snapping off, you'll be able to build virtually however you want, as long as you're sticking to the grid system, that is. This is super helpful, and it's going to make for a lot more interesting dynamic layouts in base building. But we figured let's just give it to you now. Smart snapping is an easy toggle for us to throw in, and I've actually been playing the game without it, without smart snapping on, and kind of enjoying it. It's definitely feels different, and you might like it better. Moving over to belt riding. So belt riding is something that some players enjoy. Some players like the, realism, I guess, of standing on a belt and thus moving. And some.
I was thinking about this in a couple of my latest videos, where it was very, very hard to place something sometimes when, you've got all your belts between you and you're trying to place something and your belts are moving you, therefore it moves where you want to place something and you place it in the wrong place, and it's so frustrating sometimes. Take a breath, Rag. But if we just had a toggle, that was what I was thinking, but it sounds like they're already onto that.
Some players don't. It's funny, before Techtonica launched, we had like a short list of things that we wanted to get in last minute. Some of them were really big, like ultra-wide support was one of them. Some of them were super small. Belt riding was a small thing. It was something that, Richard, our game director, did in like an hour or something. We threw it in. We were like, great, this is cool. You ride on belts. It's awesome. It looks fun. Players admittedly don't always like that, and I find myself frustrated too. You get near an assembler, you try to change the recipe, and all of a sudden you're drifting along. And with the Mark II belts especially, you'll be zooming past the machine, and with Mark III belts coming, you can imagine it's going to get more intense. So we call it the no fun toggle. If you want, you can turn off fun. You can turn off belt riding with the gameplay settings.
But of course, turning it on with the fast and slow belts, we can make some roller coasters. That'll be fun.
The final thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is FMOD. A really small
FMOD.
percentage of our players since launch, a small percentage, have been experiencing more severe audio issues. We're talking no audio at all for some folks. We believe that this is due to the version of FMOD we were using. FMOD is like an audio engine for games. So we've updated FMOD. This should help you. We had a hard time reproducing this.
For those players experiencing
if you
it.
still have no audio in 0.1.2, reach out to us on the Discord or on the Steam forums. That's discord.gg/Techtonica, the Steam forums as well. You can even use our feedback site, techtonicagame.com/feedback, all of those places. If you reach out to us and you share your system specs with us, it'll really help us diagnose this issue if it's still going on. Most players, like the vast majority, 99.9%, probably have no issue with this and will not even need to tell us that the FMOD stuff is happening to them. That's it for the settings update. I did want to talk to you very briefly about how we decide what to talk to you about when. As Lauren shared last week, the roadmap is something that's very in flux. We have 0.1.2 briefly outlined on our roadmap on Steam right now.
0.1.2, please.
But we want to share things that we know are definitely going to make it into the update and as they're ready. Settings were ready first, so we're able to show them. Next week, we'll be pulling the curtain back on something else based on whatever the team tells us is ready to go. So we have like a very rough outline of what we want to talk about between now and 0.1.2, but getting there is kind of a week-by-week basis. So if you're ever like, why the heck are they talking about that this week? That's why. It's just our way of making sure that we're communicating with you and giving you all of the update detail that we can at a given moment without, writing checks we can't cash, right? So that's it. See you on the Discord. See you on the Steam forums. Talk to you next week.
Bye. Okay, so those updates sound awesome. Don't forget to hit them up on their actual video themselves so they get hits as well, guys. If you've seen it here, make sure you go and hit them up and subscribe to the Firehose team if you feel like it and you want to get the updates directly from them rather than from myself and getting my views on them as well. But anyway, that's the end of this one. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.